Are you ready to do Vlogmas? I think, in the name of consistency, how we should actually be starting this is with my guess for day 17. That's good. That's open enough. I'm being watched, but she's not wanted to join me on camera. I haven't looked. It's a pale gray. This is awful lighting, but it is a pale gray. We already had an elephant. I'm going to go with a rhino. Let's peel up the... Oh! It's a koala. And here's the... I hope that's legible. So let's talk the game plan of this video while I fidget with this. I'm gonna film all of this tonight. It's December 16th. I think I want to set myself up for success tomorrow. And if I get anything else done tomorrow morning, I'll show you after we finish tonight's segment. But for peace of mind, I think I'm gonna do everything tonight. So to start with, I think I'm gonna go stitch for an hour on my cross stitch ornament. And then I might check in with you after that. Wind this up, do my square, and then I'll do a recap for everything I get done tonight. I thought about doing a cozy evening with me, and I filmed some clips for that, and I was like, you're too awkward to be a cozy evening type of person. Also, I've been having coughing fits, and I've had 2 cough drops already, and we're still feeling it in here. And I shouldn't have a cold, but I also want to make sure I'm the best version of myself for tomorrow and everything I want to get done tomorrow in the name of celebrating Christmas. So, my fridge has just turned on, and I guess that's my cue to go. I went a little over an hour because I wanted to finish up the blend on my needle. Spoilers, she's looking fabulous, but now it's time to feed Luna and myself. Luna, front. No, ma'am. You pretty. Thank you. Heel. Center. Paw. Can I have this? Okay. That's good enough for me. I think I've been attempting for over 30 minutes to film this knit and natter, and all that's come out of it is a whole list of topics that I shouldn't talk about. But that's the way it goes, huh? When you go into something without notes. Luna's laying over there judging me. We have 2 couches. I don't think that I've mentioned that once. We have 2 couches, so half the time when I'm filming my floss tubes, I'm sitting on this couch, and she's staring at me from that couch. Or her crate's over here, and she'll go lay in it and stare at me from there. I always have an audience when I'm filming a floss tube. Which is why I always choose to do them whenever Kay's sleeping or busy, because he would join her. He'd sit right there and stare at me like this. And be like, why are you laughing? This is a serious matter. You are doing a floss tube. Because he's a silly, goofy guy. He's a silly, goofy guy. If you were curious about the banned topics, though, that I need to not talk about, we have HOAs. We have personal and family medical history. My experience with universities. My brother's experience with the military. My family drama, because apparently I go weird places with that one. To be fair, there's a lot of weird places to go, though. And while I don't mind talking about it, it just gets very squirrely very fast. Which, I mean, I say that, I can't follow half of the stories Kay has about growing up, which I think just reflects a lot of the culture where he came from, but also the personal choices people in his family made. Yeah. He's also no contact with an amount of them. So, yeah. We don't need to go into anything. I love the man. Oh, we don't need to go into anything related to him though, because there's so much. And I really like you guys, but our relationship just isn't at that level yet. Do you know what I can talk about? World of Warcraft. Because you want to know why I know a lot about that now? Okay. I knew nothing about World of Warcraft. You will not catch me playing it. I'm not a game person, video game person all that much. I'll play Animal Crossing. I'll play Minecraft, and I used to play The Sims, and I haven't in years. But and I play Pokemon. Big Pokemon fan if you hadn't caught on to that. But I am a horrible team player. Since I was small. Putting me on a team and trying to make me be a team player does not work. I don't know why. That's just who I am apparently. I can try not to be, and then I get that little whisper in my ear that says, hey, what if you didn't? So, anyways, I know a lot about World of Warcraft now. To the point where I feel quite comfortably saying, hey, if you didn't start with this, I mean, if you're really interested, go for it. But it's a beast. There's so much. And there's so many different facets. And now they're adding house customization, and you get a house now is apparently a thing that they're adding. I have watched, because of Kay, so many live streams of raids and people just grinding levels and all of that stuff. I've watched him do raids and grind and do all that stuff. I've watched multiple YouTube videos trying to understand what I've been watching. I feel like I have a really good grip on it. I absorbed so much passive information from constant exposure. Flip side, I feel like RuneScape's very approachable. Once again, never played it. But there was a lot of the World of Warcraft creators jumped ship and started going back to for the first time, RuneScape. RuneScape seems very approachable. It seems like you can kind of show up and figure it out. I don't feel like World of Warcraft is show up and figure it outable. Yeah. What is he? I think right now he's playing Valheim, which I know nothing about, but he has these moments where he dips into games, but he always circles back to World of Warcraft. And good reason. He's been playing World of Warcraft since he was a teenager, a preteen. I think while he's been dating me was the first time he didn't take off work for a big expansion thing. Because even when he was in the military, he'd call out for it or whatever. So, because they always lined up well with whatever he was doing for him to be able to do that. But He is a World of Warcraft guy, but not for like the lore. Because I try to ask him about the lore, and he goes, oh. So it's a purely mechanical joy for him. He really enjoys the grinding and the raiding and the bullying his friends who aren't as much into it. And so whenever they try to play with him, he's like, what are you guys doing? You don't know what you're doing. And then he's got friends that he's made through World of Warcraft, and sometimes they do stuff together. But, oh yeah, it's like, World of Warcraft is a thing. It's a thing. And now I know about it because of him. Oh, the wonderful things that you never think you'll learn about because you start dating somebody and then suddenly you know way too much about World of Warcraft. And like, when I say I'm not a team player, I am also a really bad player of D&D, so I don't play D&D. But because I was listening to him run these campaigns and I had dabbled in being a character in a one-shot with a friend years ago, he was DMing a whole table just for one day. Listening to Kay and his friends play D&D made me get really into D&D. And then as I'm trying to learn more about how this whole thing functions, because I'm a researcher. I love research. Researching is so much fun. So as I'm trying to get into all of this and understand more, because he cares so much about it, so I want to know how it works, I get into Critical Role. And Critical Role is just so much fun. It's daunting, because I had heard about it and tried it, but it's just daunting. The new campaign with Brennan Lee Mulligan, I hope I said his name right. It being a new campaign in a new world with new characters, and his storytelling style just works so well with my brain, and I'm so immersed, and I'm just sitting there and I'm like, yes, we are in a fairy grotto. This is wonderful. I can see it all. It's great. Kay is also a researcher. I can talk. I spend so much time with that guy. He is also a researcher as like a personality disposition. And he surprised me with probably one of the best birthday presents ever for my birthday this year. Because he somehow found out that cross-stitch stands existed. I've never mentioned them to him. Like, they're not, I didn't feel like I was lacking not having one. And then for my birthday, he's like, here, I got you this. And I was like, how did you even find out that this existed? This I feel like this is very far from like surface level knowledge. And I didn't think that you knew anything, I still don't know how he figured that out. And I didn't think I was getting a birthday present at all, because like Ollie dying this fall was kind of just like the icing on the cake of a really bad year. And we were already going through a lot in in the spring. And then one day we get home from the grocery store and he's like, oh, I think that's for you. And I was like, I didn't order anything. He's like, no, I got you a birthday present. I was like, what? What? Mind you, this man doesn't even acknowledge his birthday. He gets real upset if you mention it the week of that, hey, it's your birthday week. He does not like his birthday, but apparently it's okay to get a really great and thoughtful gift for mine. It's a good thing he doesn't like to celebrate his birthday. I don't honestly, I don't know how I could even match that. If I'm being completely honest with you, I don't know how you match that. It meant so much to me. Because like I said, spring was hard. Oh, man. Yeah. But I'm not looking forward to my birthday this coming year. Not because I don't like celebrating my birthday. It's just because the ways I normally celebrate my birthday have to change now because I'm grain free. And so going to Olive Garden isn't really a feasible option. And I'm big mad. I'm big mad about that. I love Olive Garden. But I think if I took a bite, I'd get really, really, really sick right now. Sad. Yeah. So we'll see whatever I come up with for my birthday. I mean, I'm going to have a new start, which will be fun. And, I don't think turning 27 will be all that bad, honestly. 26 is my favorite number, and 26 has sucked. and you'd think that, what year was that? You'd think 22 sucked because it started with a dog dying on my birthday. Yeah. So much dog death, man. Lots of people death too, but I don't know. Feels easier to talk about the dogs, honestly. But yeah, 22, not half as bad as 26. In different ways. 22, I was still doing college stuff, and like I said, I can't talk about college stuff because it's a lot, and I'm passionate about it, but it's a lot. I can talk about my favorite thing that's college related, which is my best friend since junior high, because she's a professor and I'm real proud of her. I think she's great. She's super cool. She watches these. She's the reason I started this. Is because she's a busy lady and I wanted to make it easier for her to keep up with my hobbies because she likes my hobbies. They're a break from her reality. She's a professor. She's like, I don't know how PhDs work, but she's done like one part and she still needs to do the other part, but she's like halfway there. I think it's above my head, but I appreciate that she tries to explain it to me. She was a dance instructor, but guess what? She's now got her own dance school and her own dance company too. She's just out there killing it, honestly. And I know she does other stuff too. She does so much. And she's the one I'm stitching Willow for. The secret garden cat is for her cat Willow. Yeah. I haven't been able to see her in years. I think I saw her at the start of summer of 2023. And then I got really sick. And then I ended up moving out here to New Mexico, where I got slightly less sick. So it's been a while since I've been able to see her. But she's engaged and I think they're talking about getting married next winter. I'm not sure. She's got a wedding dress picked out and her engagement ring is beautiful. And just, I am team her. Whatever she's doing, I'm cheering her on, man. I may not be a team player, but I am a cheerleader for sure. I will cheer you on. Yeah. She's my favorite thing that's university related. Easily my favorite thing that's university related. Like, I liked my degree and I liked my professors. But I've had so many issues with various administrations. I went to a community college, a private college, and a public research college. And all three of them I had issues with administrative things. Not small issues either, like big impacting my ability to complete my degree issues. And it was all just bureaucratic stuff that I had no control over. I could do nothing about any of these things. And it was very frustrating to go through. and my best friend, has worked as an advisor. And it was uniquely frustrating for her because she knows how it could have been solved at all the levels. And yet there was a lack of competency when I was going through them. That just was incredibly frustrating for her, which I relate to, because when you're good at something and you see somebody saying that they're good at it and they're not, you just go, hey, do you want some help? No. And then they just shut you down because she reached out and she was like, hey, I've done this and I don't understand. And they're like, well, you're wrong. Don't you love the you're wrong answers? Guess what? She was right. She's the reason I have degrees. Because, you know, you come back a few years later and you pose the same points and they go, actually, yeah, you're right. Crazy how that works, isn't it? So, yeah. Oh man, I've been talking for 18 minutes and I haven't gone off super hard. That's awesome. You know what? I'm proud of me for that, because that's impressive. I was derailing within like 5 minutes. So the fact that I've made it this far is I'm quite proud of me. But I also need to go get some water. And I'm going real slow on this. Oh, that's just how it goes. I know I said that I didn't think I was a cozy evening person. I don't think I am. At least not the cozy evenings I watch. But I will keep you company. I will give you like a little bit of that festive magic sprinkled in, even if it's just me chatting a little bit more. Yeah. Yeah. I will see you guys probably tomorrow morning with my recap, because I know my kitchen lighting is awful at this point, but I'll show you this and the progress I made on my cross stitch tonight. And then if I get any more done before I leave, I will show you that as like a third clip. And I will have socks for you. I just don't know which ones yet. That's a tomorrow decision, not a right now decision. But I'll see you then. So I'm back with the recap from last night. This honestly just mostly looks gray. There is like a different colored patch in a couple places, but it's very tonal, and I feel like it's the only one that like is a true tonal amongst all of these where it's so subtle. Anyways, here's the progress I made on my ornament last night. Now I'm looking at it in the morning going, oh my gosh, it's almost done. If only I didn't have things to do today. But maybe I'll squeeze in a little bit more on this morning. Well, I didn't get any more cross stitching done, but for today's socks, I'm going to count these as today's socks, because all I have left is the toe, and I'm going to finish it up today and give it to her. So this is as close to complete as I'll be able to show you guys. And I'll see you tomorrow.